I need somebody who can love me like my words. No, I'm not perfect, but I hope you see my worth. 'Cause it's only you, nobody knew I put you first.
A pleasant day to everyone, especially to our handsome instructor, Mr. Jerwel Plata. By the way, I am Gentle Bimintario from Section Eco. And today, as a leader, I am tasked to discuss about hexagon in nature. Hexagons, in particular, are often seen in nature. Beehives are the common example, but definitely not the only one. Basalt columns and insect eyes are also form hexagonal patterns. A hexagon is the shape that best fills a plane with equal sized units and leaves no wasted space. So if we are going to dig up in our nature, we can see a lot kinds of hexagonal shapes, especially in the beehives, basalts, and insect eyes. So this is the properties of a hexagon. All six sides are equal, so as you can see, pantay sila tanan. All six interior angles are equal, measuring 120 degree each. The sum of the interior angle is 720 degree. All six interior angles are equal, measuring 60 degree each, and it is 9 diagonals. In fact, there are 4 types of hexagons, so there are only 4 types of hexagons: the regular, concave, and convex hexagons. A simple way to remember the difference is to keep in mind that the 6 sides and 6 angles is a regular hexagons are all the same. However, in an irregular hexagon, the lines are not all the same. So these are the examples of hexagonal in nature. Firstly, the dragonfly eyes. If you look closely at a dragonfly, its eyes are actually collected of tiny lenses called facets or ommatidia. This is known as a compound eye, where its lens functions as an individual visual receptor. Its lens is formed in the shape of hexagon. So if you are going to look closely in the dragonfly eyes, we can see tiny lenses, and its lens is formed in the hexagon shape. The majestic snowflake. Another example of finding hexagons in nature is a humble snowflake. They are mesmerizing and quite mysterious, and also take on a hexagonal shape. To define a snowflake in the simplest form, they are tiny droplets of water from the frozen in mid-air. Snowflakes come in different shapes and sizes, but one of the most predominant shape is the hexagon. Hexagons in a turtle shell. Nature has numerous beautiful species that reflect magnificent designs, and this is especially true of the tortoise or in the turtle. Their shells provide protection and also contain hexagonal shapes. If you look closely, you can see that entire shell is from individual subunits. A closer look further reveals that these cells have a shape resembling hexagon. So, as we can see, the shells of a turtle is formed as a hexagon. Beehives. For centuries, scientists were unclear as to why bees use the shape of a hexagon, as opposed to shapes like a square or a circle, which were presumably easier to construct. The answer has to do with packing efficiency. When bees make hexagons in their hives, their 6-sided shapes fit together perfectly. So that's why the bee choose hexagon shapes. There are pollen and honey where the worker bees bring to the hive. When you think about it, making circles wouldn't work too well. It would leave gaps in the honeycomb. Lastly, a pineapple. A pineapple consists of many hexagons around with it, but they are not regular. So this is a regular shape because The hexagon's total angle measures of 720 degree, and the pineapple hasn't.
Good day, sir. I'm Maria Antoinette B. Mahumot, Section Echo from Group 2. In this video, I am going to answer the 3 guide questions about hexagon in nature that were assigned in our group. Question number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? The hexagon, a shape with 6 sides, is one of the most common shapes in nature, from honeycombs to snowflakes and patterns found on fruit skins. The hexagon is present everywhere. A hexagon is polygon with 6 straight sides. It's commonly found in nature because it's a particularly efficient shape. Question number 2. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or examples that would show the concept. Hexagon appear in honeycombs because they're the most efficient way to fill a space with the least amount of material. Hexagon on turtle shell, hexagon shape of nuts and bolts, and football are one of the most common example of hexagon, and a lot of hexagon shape see everywhere in nature. Question number 3. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? It's truly fascinating how hexagons are part of our everyday lives, but we often fail to recognize their pervasiveness. The hexagon is more complex than we previously imagined, and some aspects of these shapes remain a mystery. Hexagons are one of the most common shapes found in nature. We can conclude that hexagon is more efficient shape in nature.
Good day, sir. I'm Jillian K. Lagonay from Section Eco, and today's video I'm going to discuss the 3 guide questions about hexagon in nature that were assigned in our group. Question number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? The math concept is fully discussed in our video. Is all about the golden ratio and Fibonacci in music. Question number 2. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or examples that would show the concept. Hexagons in particular are often seen in nature. Beehives are the common example, but definitely not the only. A hexagon is the shape that best fills a plane with equal size units and leaves no wasted space. Hexagonal packing also minimizes the perimeter for given area because of its 120. Question number 3. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? It's truly fascinating how hexagons are a part of our everyday lives, but we often fail to recognize their pervasiveness. The hexagon is more complex than we previously imagined, and some aspect of this will remain as a mystery.
Hello sir, I'm PG Raposala Merihildo, 18 years old from Section Eco. First year B is Criminology from the Group 2. I'm going to discuss about the hexagon in nature. The question number 1, what math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? The hexagon, a shape with 6 sides, is one of the most common shapes in the world. They have absolutely no design from humans. From honeycombs to snowflakes, insect eyes, also from hexagonal patterns. A hexagon is polygon with 6 straight sides. It's commonly found in nature because it's a particularly efficient shape. And question number 2. What is about the concept? Cite few more real-world cases of examples what would show the concept. The hexagons appear the honeycombs because they're the most efficient way to fill or space with the least amount of materials. Hexagon and turtle shell, hexagonal shape in donuts, and boats on the soccer ball are one of the most common example of the hexagon in nature, and a lot of hexagon shapes see everywhere in nature. The question number 3. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? It's truly fascinating how hexagons are a part of our everyday lives, but we often fail to recognize their pervasiveness. The hexagon is more complex than we previously imagined, and some aspects of the shape remain a mystery. Hexagons in or that the hexagon is the most efficient shape in nature and the world of the most common shape found in nature. We can conclude that the hexagon is the most efficient shape in nature and the world. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Cortister Martinote from Section ECO and I am from Group 2 and I'm here to have a video discussion about our topic hexagon and nature. And now we start. So mathematically, the hexagon has 6 sides. What makes this particular shape so interesting is that the hexagonal shape base fills a plane with equal size units and leaves. No wasted space. Hexagonal packing also minimizes the perimeter for a given area because of its 120-degree angles. And next, I will give some example of hexagon in nature. One of the most common and naturally occurring examples of hexagon is honeycomb. The 6 sides, 6 vertices, and 6 angles of each shell of a honeycomb make it a perfect example of hexagon. So again, the example of hexagon is honeycomb. And now, I will tell my insight or my view about the hexagon. The hexagon is the strongest shape known in hexagonal grid. Each line is as short as it can possibly be. A large area is to be filled with the fewest number of hexagon. So it means hexagon is strongest shape among of them. All of the shape, hexagon is the strongest. And that's all my discussion about the topic that given to us. And that's all, and thank you. Keep safe everyone.
Good day, sir. By the way, my name is Jeblon Santiman Solonay from Section ECO, Group 2. In this video, I'm going to answer the 3 guide question about hexagons in nature were assigned in our group. Question number 1. What math concept will you discuss on your assigned video? Hexagon is the shape that best fills a plane with equal size, units, and leaves no wasted space. Hexagon speaking also minimize the perimeter for a given area because of its 120 degrees angles is either regular with 6 equal side length and angles, or irregular with 6 unequal side length and angle. For question number 2, what is about this concept? Cite few more real world cases or example that will show the concept. Hexagon is a pair on bolts and nuts. Hence, hexagon is the most commonly used shape for nuts and bolts because its unique features. And hexagons of the turtle shell and hexagon of pencil are one of the most common example of hexagon. For question number 3, what are your insight about this mathematical truth or certainties? For my insight about this mathematical truth or certainties, math is series of the number. Many people in this world not knowing that what there's sensible things that part of mathematics because the mathematics is the science that deals with the logic, the shape.
Good day, sir. I'm Christian Dumandan, Section Eco from Group 2. In this video, I will answer the 3 questions about the hexagon in nature. Question number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? Hexagons in particular are often seen in nature. Beehives are a common example, but definitely not the only. Basalt columns and insect eyes also form hexagonal patterns. A hexagon is the shape that best fills a plane with equal size units and leaves no waste space. The most popular shape in the world, hexagon, a shape with 6 sides, is one of the most common shapes in nature. From honeycombs to snowflakes and patterns found on fruits' skins, the hexagon is present everywhere. Question number 2. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world keys or examples that would show the concept. Example of hexagon: honeycomb. One of the most common and naturally occurring examples of a hexagon is a honeycomb. Nut. Nuts are the mechanical tools used in combination with bolts and washer to fasten two metallic pieces together, and many more examples like snowflakes, T-nut, pencil base, stop signs, sections on a soccer ball, medals, and insignia. Question number 3. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? It is important to distinguish these two problems. The fact that mathematical knowledge is true with certainty does not of itself cause belief in its certainty. Something can be true and one can still feel or refuse to believe it, or even believe it for the wrong reasons.
Hi, my name is Manilyn Sidison from Section Eco. First year, B is Criminology. I'm going to discuss about the hexagon in nature. Question number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? The hexagon, a shape with 6 sides, is made of the most common shape in the world. They have absolutely no design from humans. From honeycombs to snowflakes, insect eyes also form hexagonal patterns. A hexagon is polygon with 6 straight sides. It's commonly found in nature because it's a particular efficient shapes. Question number 2. What is about this concept? Cite a few more real-world cases or examples that would show the concept. Hexagons appear in honeycombs. Show specific regularly patterns of repeating hexagons. This design is highly efficient in that it uses the less amount of wax to store the honey. Turtle shells have a growth rings called scuds, which are hexagonal in shape. The smallest scud is the center and is the oldest one. The larger ones on the outside are the newer ones. In this way, you can estimate the turtle's age. Hexagonal shape of nuts and boats and soccer ball are one of the most common example of the hexagon. Question number 3. What are your insight about these mathematical truths or certainties? It's truly fascinating how hexagon are a part of our everyday lives, but we often fail to recognize their pervasiveness. The hexagon is more complex than we previously imagined, and some aspects of this shape remain a mystery. Hexagons are of the most common shapes found in nature. We can conclude that the hexagon is the most efficient shape in nature and the world. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Ramel Eliaga Oxon Jr. So today I'm going to answer the 3 guide question about golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence in music. So the first question is, what math concept is fully discussed in your assigned video? So the golden ratio is a rational pi. Pi, it has no end. And the golden rectangle, it's called golden rectangle because the ratio of its size can create another golden rectangle. So if we cut a golden rectangle, if we cut a square, it can create another golden rectangle. So what is the connection of a golden ratio to Fibonacci sequence? If the sequence get higher between the number and it closer to the pi. So if we square the corner of the rectangle, we can create a golden spiral. So we all know that golden spiral is in everywhere in our environment. We can see it. But the golden spiral is, we can hear it through music. So what music is we to hear it? So if we length the music or its length and multiply it in 0.618, so we can find the pi moment. So that's we can hear the golden ratio or the pi moment. And the second question, what is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases and example that would show the concept. In the golden ratio, we can see the golden spiral everywhere in our environment. We can see it in the petals of the flowers, the shells. And the example of music is in from B.C. Manjunath. So he show us what is the golden ratio in the music using the Fibonacci sequence. So, and question number 3 is, what is your insight about these mathematical truths or certainties? So the golden ratio is how I've been amazed because we can see it everywhere in our nature. We can also see in the trees, flower petals, in the shells. And the more I amaze because we can also hear it in the music. So we can be more importance what the golden ratio is being useful in our modern world now. So that's all. Thank you.
What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video. So it's all about hexagon in particular are thing seen in nature, but definitely not the only. Hexagon is the shape that this fills a plane with equal size units and leaves no wasted space. Hexagonal packing also minimize the perimeter for a given area because of 120-degree angles. The second one is, what is about this concept? The hexagon is one of the geometric shapes found in nature to which
esoteric power has been known natural form of the hexagon. Hexagon is the six-sided, as well known. The example very common, one of the most common example is honeycomb. As another example, that honeycomb is the six sides, six verticals, and six angles of each cell of a honeycomb. Last one is what your insight about the mathematical truths or certain things. Certainly, something that definitely happened. Victory is now a mathematical certainty. Synonyms and related words, something that is certain or likely to happen. And the truth is, the kind of truth you get in the math is a rather low level truth, tautological truth. Physics use math as a tool to whatever extent they are able to put truth in the beginning. Math also want to derive consistent result. The choice of math, what math to use, has to be part of the input and empirical choice. Thanks for watching my little discussion. I hope you understand my small discussion. Thank you.
Good day. I am Rendaril Galbi from Section Eco. In this topic, I will give answer and discuss the three guide questions given in the video assigned to watch. 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? It is all about golden ratio and Fibonacci. Golden ratio is a irrational number of pi, or 1.618. Two numbers are in the golden ratio. If the ratio of the sum of the numbers a plus b divided by the larger number a is equal to the ratio of the larger number divided by the smaller number a and b. Fibonacci sequence is a pattern. Start with 0, then each following number is the sum of the two before it. Example is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and 21, and so on. 3 is obtained by adding the third and fourth terms, 1 plus 2, and so on. For example, the next term after 21 can be found by adding 13 and 21. Therefore, the next term in the sequence is 34. The Fibonacci sequence in music. An octave on the piano consists of 30 notes. 8 are white keys and 5 are black keys. These are all numbers in Fibonacci sequence: 3, 5, 8, and 13. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world occurs or example that show the concept. It is all about that we see, just like sunflower. In that flower, you will find the golden ratio when you divide a line into two parts and the longer parts. The pattern of seeds within sunflower follows the Fibonacci sequence, or 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, and 44, and so on. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? My insight about these mathematical truths or certainties is mathematics is not only plus, minus, times, divide, equals, but it's also important things we use in our world. Because everything we see in our world is have a mathematics. Thank you.
Good day, sir and everyone. I am Ronilo Islacar Jr. Section Eco, Group 2. In today's video, I am going to discuss about answering the three guide questions that were assigned in our group, which is about hexagons in nature. So, first question. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? A hexagon is a 2D geometric polygon that has 6 sides and 6 angles. It has no curved sides and all lines are closed. We know the hexagon is a common shape in nature that often seen in nature and our surroundings. Beehives are the common example, but definitely not the only. Other examples are from snowflakes, a pattern from a fruit skin, and pattern found in the snake skin. The hexagon shape is often seen everywhere in nature that represent in pattern in nature and hexagon found particularly in efficient shape. Second question, what is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or examples that would show the concept. Hexagon shape is a polygon that has 6 sides and 6 angles. It shows everywhere in nature, appears in a beehives that creates a honey, a hexagon in a pencil, hexagon in a turtle shell, a hexagon shape in a soccer ball, and a hexagon shape in a stone pattern. These are the common hexagon shape examples that are found everywhere and a lot of hexagon shape found in nature. Third question, which is the last question? What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? For me, I am truly amazed that hexagon is a shape that can represent in any nature and everywhere and part in our daily living. The hexagon is more complex and some aspects of this shape remain a mystery. Hexagon is the nature perfect shape and it is a common shape found in nature, so that I conclude that hexagon is known as the strongest shape and nature perfection shape. Thank you.
Good day, I am Aljan Honor from Section Eco, and now I answer the 3 guide questions. Number 1. What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? Is hexagonal in nature. A hexagon is a 6-sided polygon. Several special types of hexagons with vertices equally spaced around the circle and with all sides the same length is a regular polygon known as regular hexagon. And this shape is seen again and again in the world around us. Hexagon is very particular, are often seen in nature, like beehives are the common example, but definitely not the only one. There are many types, like in animals. Number 1 is snake, insecti, and also the basalt columns, snowflakes, and patterns in fruit are seen in our surrounding and are present everywhere. Number 2 is what is about this concept. Cite few more real-world cases or examples that would show the concept. Hexagon is the shape that best fills a plane with equal size unit and leaves no waste space. Hexagon also minimizes the perimeter for a given area because of its 120-degree angles. With this structure and pulled-off surface base make their honeycomb with circular unit. Hexagon on turtle shell, hexagon on soccer ball, hexagon in pencil base. Those are example of hexagon. And the third and last question is, what are your insight about mathematic truth or certainties? My answer is, without mathematics, there's nothing you can do. Everything around you is mathematics. Everything around us is number. Thank you.